Hey, Internet. How you doing? Hope you're doing good. We're doing all right.
Mm-hmm.
In case you're new here, welcome. We're the Renegades. I'm Ben. That's Nate. That's Micah. This is Chico. And so I've been on a D&D kick recently. Mostly because I'm going to be DMing my first game. No, we will not be filming that one. But if all goes well and I feel confident enough, then there may be a Renegades campaign if there's time. I think you're up for that.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're up for that.
Mm.
I know Elena's up for that. A while back, we watched Dungeon Dynamite. And I know that in the comments, people were like, when are you going to watch the second one? The answer is now. So I wanted to watch it sooner, but I don't know. There just never seemed like a minute where I could sort of be like, hey, we should watch this thing. And I think part of that's just me, because it's how I am. Not super great with stepping in and going, hey, we should do this thing, and being convincing about it. But then they left the keyboard in front of me, and I was just like, boop, boop, boop. So, yeah, you might remember Ocho Octavius, 8th, Knight of 8, Apophis the Meteor Knight, and I think was his name Felix Euler, the math wizard. And they're on a quest to save the world by making sure that things don't explode. Anyway, we'll fire it up. That's why I mentioned Economancer earlier.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because the Economancer was the bad guy from the first one.
Yeah, I do remember that now.
So, yeah. All right. Nate, do it. That opening song is so good.
Crazy Boris.
Ocho Octavius?
8th Knight of 8. Can you actually like write that in there like as a title?
No. Felix Euler?
Actually, it's pronounced Euler.
And Apophis the Meteor Knight.
Wait, why does he get a title and I don't?
It's not a title, it's his last name.
Oh.
That said, he did apply for and receive a title.
Apophis the Meteor Knight, the Meteor Knight.
All right, boys, your paperwork looks to be in order. Welcome to the capital. Don't go around causing any drama now.
So we all look at Ben.
I demand to speak with
There
the
it
king,
is.
for I, Ocho Octavius, 8th Knight of 8, am on a quest from the gods to save humanity. All your lives are forfeit if you plan to oppose me. All who stand in my way will be...
What are you looking at him for?
In my defense, though, it's safe to assume that 99% of the time, people would know what I was talking about when I asked them where the king's castle was. Plus, what? It was only like a 20-minute detour.
Yeah.
That's 20 minutes we do not have. When that counter reaches 10,000, the entire world will explode. Or melt. Asphyxiate? I don't know. The details are fuzzy, but either way, it's gonna suck for everyone. That's why it's of the utmost importance that I speak to the king.
To speak with the king, you'll have to speak to me.
Sorry, who are you?
I'm Piverith, didn't you know? I'm the king's royal advisor, and best friend in the whole world. To speak with the king, you'll have to speak to me.
About anything in particular?
How has your day been? Good.
Good.
Is this all 100% necessary? Like, this encounter in general?
Let me start from the beginning.
This whole thing.
The king and I met at adult summer camp.
You know who is just a great listener? This guy. Hey!
So anyway, we were both in afternoon friendship bracelet class, and
Greetings, citizens. I am King Antagon the First, and these are my personal elites. Knight, Rook and bishop.
Your Majesty, you should probably do something about that Pivorous guy.
Who?
Pivorous, your royal advisor.
I don't know who that is.
Oh my god.
That was just some guy in the lobby.
Just some random lobby dude. Your Highness, we have traveled here to convince you
I'm totally
to
doing that to
outlaw
somebody.
dungeoneering.
Outlaw dungeoneering. Dungeons and the grand artifacts inside are a major economic and military force. The trade and regulation of grand artifacts employs thousands. We've made suppression of dungeoneering illegal. I hope you have a really good reason to back up your request.
Oh, trust me, I do. Here's how it all went down. A dragon gave us money, but it was too much money, so we had to fight a bad man in a suit and a skeleton head. But first we rented him to help us get past the magic circle. We went inside the big greedy building.
I fought a giant triangle that shoots lasers!
Yeah, and I touched a cup that gave me pink eye.
Yeah, that was weird!
Finally got to the big bad guy.
That was a big man made out of diamond.
They threw me at the Diamond Man, and he shattered.
But then you died!
I died,
Oh my
but I'm not
God,
dead
you
anymore because
died!
a giant 8-ball took my monocle. But first he told me that once all the dungeons are cleared, the world will explode, or melt, or asphyxiate. And then we got tacos.
Actually,
Diplomacy of 3.
I got a burrito.
I see. Let us discuss this further in the chamber of people I take very seriously.
Yep.
They put something in the water supply that made my cats liberal.
Reptilians have infiltrated every level of the government, man.
Pipe down in there. Reptilians.
This is jail, right? Jail?
For conspiracy to suppress dungeoneering. Your trial is in 2 months.
We
Shit.
don't have 2 months. Oh, Apothis, thank God. Would you be so kind? Well, today has just been one asinine experience after another.
So how are we gonna stop dungeoneering now?
Saber Sordello, legendary bard, defended the entire city against a chronolithic titan raid. A hero to all, and the 4th Knight of 8.
Oh yeah, I guess there would be 8 of you guys.
We'll put on a benefit concert to stop dungeoneering, spread our message to the masses. Plus, we'll make a killing on Stop Dungeoneering merchandise.
There's someone else on the roof.
Why is there someone else on
Hi,
the...
we're sort of the hanging out on the roof guys right now.
Do you need directions?
Is that an Iron
I
Maiden
am
on
the
his...
Royal Executioner and the Warden of the fine incarceration establishment you all just broke out of.
Whoa.
I suggest you
He's carrying an Iron Maiden
I'm
on his
only
back.
gonna ask you once. Get in the Iron Maiden,
No.
or else.
That Iron Maiden is full of spikes.
Yeah, that thing will actually kill us.
You're really selling this or else option.
You should probably rework your marketing strategy.
Well, this rooftop is starting to feel a little crowded. Apothis, do you mind showing our friend here the exit?
It's a good thing they have him.
Yeah.
Apoth is a badass.
Apothis is a badass. Oh, jeez.
Poor guy. He deflected him.
Battle tacos.
It's perfect.
Closed.
Crap, 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 crap. Pew. Oh, crap.
I can't remember what it's like to be outmatched in battle. I've completely forgotten. But granted, this fight definitely rings a bell.
Good
Eh?
pun. Good pun.
Puns, right?
Okay, easy. I'm still trying them on for size. Also, I may or may not have broken a rib.
We should get off this rooftop.
Yeah, we gotta find Apophis.
Do you think they'll send more people after us?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Friends of the King.
It's like you destroyed all that I loved. Smush.
If I didn't have insurance, I would be so pissed right now.
That's the one that got me when I first saw it. I was like, oh man, this is going to be a...
Oh,
Dang it, really?
if I didn't have insurance
Right now.
I'd be so
I'm so pissed.
pissed.
The guy yelling about liberal cats.
Oh, God. Dungeon Dynamite theme by the paramedics.
Parademics.
Parademic?
Yep.
Okay.
But,
Dungeon Dynamite runs on Patreon.
There you go.
this is gonna... Wait.
And sick t-shirt sales, too.
There you go.
So that's Dungeon Dynamite, everybody.
There you go. People have been wondering when we were going to watch it.
Well, there we
Well,
go.
we did.
We did, yeah. So Dungeon Dynamite, everybody.
It's, this is about how every one of my D&D campaigns has gone. It seems all serious at the beginning, and then it's not.
It just goes apeshit, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
As you do.
Yeah, you know, absolutely decimating the local economy. Yep.
Oh, what do you think happens whenever you throw around that much gold?
Yep.
Isn't that right, Micah? You decimate the local economy, just like. Is that like that one guy down in is it Venezuela who actually has Bitcoin, and he's like considered to be like almost a king because he actually has a viable currency?
I don't know about that. I read an article about how people were able to provide for their families because they were buying in Bitcoin, because the Bolivar is worth less than WoW gold.
Actually, $1 gets you
Yeah.
an X amount of WoW gold, but like $1 gets you like 20,000 times as much Bolivar almost. It's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's a collapsed economy if I've ever seen one.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Well, that's how it goes, man. But in all honesty, I D&D I've never really had much experience in. I've
Actually,
seen some people play.
The campaign, or the one shot that I'm going to do, is going to have 3 new players, 2 people who have played before, but either played a system newer or older than the one we're going to play, and Elena, who has played this system before.
The ones who I know one of the ones who hasn't played the system before, and that is Elena's Padre.
He hasn't played this one before.
That's what I'm saying. That's
played,
what I said. He hasn't. He's the
he
one.
played
he's one of the
second
ones
edition.
who hasn't played this one before.
She's got a buddy who's played 5th edition before, and then 2 of her friends, and her mother has now decided she wants to play.
Her mother.
Mhm.
That's both interesting and
Yeah, no, it's gonna be.
just
This is gonna be crazy, and I have no idea how well this is gonna go. I'm terrified
you and me both.
because it's like, I mean, there's no fighter, which is a weird thing. The closest thing we have to a wizard is we have a sorcerer, and I think we're gonna have a war mage. And it's like, the class distribution's crazy, and there's gonna be 6 people in this game. I don't know how to feel about this. This is gonna be nuts.
How many are you supposed to have?
Typically, it's a party of 4.
Oh.
I don't think I've ever been in a campaign that small in my life.
So no party of 5? Sorry.
Good one. No, I
Sorry,
like
that's an old one.
No, I like it. It was good.
It seems to me, I'm not a D&D expert. It always seems to me like there has to be some kind of class distribution. Like, can you not just have like a party of like all wizards or something?
Oh, you can have a party of all wizards.
Or like a party of like all rogues or something.
Party of all rogues is tricky. Party of all clerics is one of the most busted things you can do. All clerics, all druids, all wizards. It's
actually
you're pushing it.
Actually, there isn't there like a lottery system that you can do, like a drawing from a hat of an archetype you go to, like an archetype that you're allowed to do.
We could do that, yeah.
Well, that's one thing that in order to make the game interesting, I've heard people say.
Well, so there's a game that came out. It's an offshoot of D&D that Wizards of the Coast did called Gamma World.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially you're playing in a radioactive wasteland, like worse than Fallout.
No, that's something.
And everybody's mutated all to hell. So much so that you don't get to pick your character. Your character is completely randomly generated.
Damn.
Completely. You don't get to pick anything unless the DM is nice to you.
Now that's interesting.
It's a neat little thing.
Yeah.
And it actually is based off of 4th edition, which 4th edition doesn't work for D&D, but for that it was fine. I don't know. It's an interesting thing. And I mean, in reality, we could force random character creation, but most of the time I'm like, yeah, play what you want. I don't care.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I get that. And what would be interesting is doing a straw poll, and like putting 4 or 5 different builds that the person wants, and chat can vote, and like you can invoke the Discord to vote on who gets who.
Now that's an interesting thought.
Yeah. I mean,
I could make that work.
I'd like for that to be like what we do.
Yeah.
I'd like me, you, and Micah, and whoever joins in if we ever do one of those games like that. I'd love for that to be the thing.
Let the Discord pick who plays what.
Yeah.
They're gonna make me something weird.
No, they're gonna make.
Oh no!
They're just gonna make you Jon Snow, except you're gonna be actually a lot taller, You're gonna be a lot taller, a bit skinnier, with a more epic voice, and
it's got a pretty epic voice. I don't know.
Nah, he
Ranger
puts
levels.
Nah, he puts on the fake northern accent.
I guess I do fit into Ranger pretty well.
Yeah,
I mean, and he's pretty much running a Ranger. He had a dire wolf.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing.
Actually,
you're
I know what yours could
done.
be. I know what yours could be. Yours could be a Boston War Terrier.
Riding dog.
I thought if I ever dressed up like Jon Snow, I would take Pepper with me because her name is Pepper, and there is such a Pepper as a ghost Pepper. So she was standing in for ghost, so Ghost Pepper.
Yeah.
I thought that was cute.
I mean,
That's
to be
funny.
fair,
I like that.
I mean,
I'm lame.
your
you're
dog,
not.
your dogs
I apologize for nothing.
Your dogs are Pepper and Piper, who I refer to as Super Chunk and Jalapeno.
Yes, Super Chunk is accurate.
Yeah, and Jalapeno because she's jalapeno business.
She's absolutely.
That's good. I like that.
And
She's
just
jalapeno business.
I miss them.
I call her the Chunkamunka.
The Chunkamunka.
The Chunkamunka.
That's about right. Like she's a good
big
little,
man,
good,
baby.
Good size little chunk of dog.
It's just a.
I mean, she is dense. So
she's super dense.
So she hits you, and you're just like, oh, okay.
Oh, girl.
Woo.
Oh, that reminds me of Petey. Petey was a little chunky dog. I forget Petey was a bit of a mix of different dog breeds, like small dog breeds. I think he was part wiener dog and part Chihuahua, which was a weird mix, I know. But he had this massive underbite. Like his bottom row of teeth would be just like
Kind of like Chico.
And he had a little bit of a snarl whenever he'd be running. You'd hear you hear kadunk 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 kadunk, and you hear.
Okay, that's precious.
And then he comes up to the couch and he's like rubbing up against your leg, like, pick me up, man, pick me up, put me on the couch.
Come on.
You grab.
I can't reach. My legs are too short.
You pick him up, you put him on the couch. He was like this big around too. You pick him up, you put him on the couch, and he just like rubs up against you, and he's actually like pushing so hard, he's actually like pushing you over a little bit.
He's like, come on.
Petey was funny. Petey was a good dog. Unfortunately, he died of old age. But hey, when you live to be 17,
dang,
that's a good life.
It's longer than I ever thought I'd live.
And actually, Petey was heartbroken too because his original owner, Rhonda, passed away. Rhonda, actually, oddly, her last name was Salyer. Rhonda Salyer. She.
I don't know that that's that odd. It's a pretty common last name,
especially in this area. But Rhonda, when she was only 43, and she loved Petey. She'd had Petey since since her first marriage, and when she passed away, Petey got pushed off onto my aunt and uncle, and they loved him in his last few years, and he was a good dog. He was really good. Hey, there he is.
Dude.
There he is. There's Angry Chico.
I was trying to pet. What do you want from me?
There's Angry Chico. All right, so we got to get out of here. We gotta move on. So thank you all once again for tuning in. This was Dungeon Dynamite episode 2. Signing off once again. I'm Nate.
I'm Ben.
Micah.
And this is Chico,
Grumpus.
the Angry Boy. Yes, a Grumpus the Wumpus.
The Grumpus Wumpus. All right.
No.
Take care, everybody. See you later. Bye.